It's your boy Brandon, one of the Hollywood Kaiju bad boys. Say we got a spicy one. Having back special guest Madeline Esterhammer-Fic to talk Matilda, the classic children's film from 1996. We're kind of all over the place for the reviews on this one. It's a very interesting episode, but also a very funny and fun episode. As always, if you like this podcast, please tell a friend. Spread the word. Give us a review on Apple Podcasts. Subscribe to us on YouTube. We're on YouTube at Podzooky. Helps us out a ton. And as always, if you want to recommend something, send us a weird email. You can email us at podzookypodcast@gmail.com. That's PODZOOKY podcast@gmail.com. We'll even do a movie if you recommend it and it's not like crazy. Or if it's really crazy, we probably will want to do it. You get it. Anyways, let's get to the fun. Bye.
Render unto Ghidra what is Ghidra's. 10 to 1 he sees you through a beaker and a tweezers. Read the fine print and be like, what's the big deal? Spun wheels of steel since broke wheel, big wheel. Back when it was greasy as a curl, now it's easy dread. Had a rhyme on how they used to tease him about his peasy head. Yes, y'all, to the beat. Have a ball.
It's called the fucking Aristocrats. Okay, this sounds good. That should turn off in a second and the sound won't be too bad.
I was thinking, am I still sounding okay?
Yeah, you sound good.
I'm not topped out.
I think you're sounding
this
okay.
will probably be as loud as I get. So
I gotta get my notes out.
All right. See, Brandon took notes.
I took a lot of notes.
Oh, yeah, Brandon
Let's
always takes
go.
notes.
This movie was directed by one of my all-time favorite actors and directors, Danny Devito.
are we going?
He directed it?
Yeah.
I did not. I forgot to look that piece up.
The famous director of Death to Smoochie, which I think is legitimately a great comedy. That's not a bit.
I'd agree with that. They used to play that on Comedy Central like every afternoon.
He also
that-
directed Throw Mama from the Train.
Yeah.
Is that why he's also the narrator?
Yeah, he's got a bit of an ego issue.
This is Danny DeVito's movie. I think
I
this
think it
whole thing was
was.
his.
Look,
Yeah.
Look at these notes. Look at all this.
Wow.
Sorry, I feel like I got really into doing more notes because I realized that there's.
I'm sure some of them are probably just ramblings that don't pertain to the film at all.
All right, how to travel back in time to kill my grandfather. A few manifestos. Let's see. I'm gonna open my.
How to travel back in time to be your own grandfather.
What am I? Freaking Heinlein? I love. Yeah. Great writer. Oh, Starship Troopers. It's the writer for Starship Troopers. We've gone full circle.
What?
Oh.
Robert Heinlein. Because he wrote a short story called On My Own Grandfather, where a person goes into a bar and it slowly turns out he's every person in that bar because he's time traveled so much he's fucked up the entire universe where everyone's him.
I love that.
Wow.
It is a really great short story.
Okay, now that everybody's turned the podcast off.
Oh, I'm sorry. You don't like books? Fucking get ready for this. We're going to talk for an hour to 2 hours about a little child called Matilda that we love. So are you all familiar with Mara Wilson's history and like how bad it is to be a child actor?
Second part, yes. First part, kind of?
Yeah. I'll pull up some of that as we go for that. Cause
We also need to.
I think the
introduce
people
show.
need to.
Yeah, we got to introduce.
Oh.
Okay. Hey, America, it's Podzooky, America's only podcast about the Danny DeVito suite of films, I want to say, starting with...
A Danny DeVito joint.
A Danny DeVito joint. Brother, I'd love to smoke that shit.
That's a cigar when it's Danny DeVito.
It's a capital C cigar. I'm one of your Kaiju Hollywood bad boys, Brandon Kirkman.
I'm another one of your Kaiju Hollywood bad boys, Luke Evans Flip.
I'm your third Hollywood Kaiju bad boy, Martin Felshman, and we have a special returning guest with us. Everyone give it up right now for Madeline Esterhammer-Fic.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh,
You gotta hold it.
you gotta hold it down. I know. We always show our guests that and we don't explain you have to hold it down, so this is, I think, is the third time.
Martin did explain it.
Oh, I didn't like
I just thought it would keep going. I don't know.
All the other ones do that.
Oh yeah, I want to get into some of the Mara Wilson details before, but
Martin, Brandon, you spilled the beans. We're watching Matilda now, Matilda. I kept getting now. Our guest is Madeline. I kept getting confused while thinking about this Madeline
a movie
and
based
Matilda.
on my life. Yeah.
oh, dang,
But was this your
I'm sorry
idea?
that you went through all that.
Was this your idea to watch the movie?
It was. I pitched it to Marty, and he approved it, and I was like, "This is it.
I've got a vague.
We're locked in."
I had a vague understanding of what Matilda was. I've seen it now.
A vague tilde.
Yes, I had a vague tilde, and I could tell, like, no, there is a thing in this. There is a thing in this movie that is a kaiju,
Yes.
and we'll get to it.
There's
yeah.
I actually have a fun theory I'm going to deposit later, but I don't want to get into that later.
Oh.
That's it's going off a little bit of the beaten path, but I think you'll all like what I'm going to do with it.
Oh, I'm excited.
I think we shouldn't get into the movie right away. We should talk about our experiences with Matilda. How old is everybody? You don't have to say how you're old. I'm 40.
I knew before I read the book, or probably even knew the book existed. I'd already read James and the Giant Peach, I think, but I remember the trailers for the movie coming out and then finding out later that it was a Roald Dahl book. Didn't go see the movie, I think, because for one thing, I was 8 when it came out, and it was girls, so probably just didn't go see it for that reason.
Sexism.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's like,
out of the
it's
theater.
like I was woke. I was so excited.
But then also, the movie came out, and the reviews were bad anyway, because I was reading the trades.
Oh, I feel like it was a solid.
I did
movie.
research for this. I didn't look into the reviews and the reception. Generally, a favorable reception, but the bad reviews. I want to find out who those stupid fuckers are.
Yeah.
Just not to give away how good.
Really,
I
I feel like it's something that came out and it was like Ishtar. Like everybody immediately hated it.
Well, Princess
famously,
Bride also.
it did not make a lot of money in the box office, but it got a lot of it back on home video.
that
makes
that
sense.
was where the money was at.
Yeah, you got to follow the money. I don't want to get into the full details yet. I just want to talk about our experiences because I am a 40-year-old virgin with 2 children. Don't think about it.
Girl dad.
I did eventually read the book, and I liked it a lot.
Right.
And Roald Dahl's books were great.
Yeah, they were. They really. We're gonna have
I was
fun talking
surprised
about
to
it
learn
later.
how late it was published, because I like James and the Giant Peach was published in 61,
Right.
and Matilda was 88.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was when I
wow.
was born,
A
so.
bit of an older one, and then of course, going through the Roald Dahl catalog, you also have the BFG, a book I loved a lot as a kid.
I love
too.
the big fucking
big
giant.
fucking
Big
guns.
giant. Yeah, big fucking gun from Doom. We're going to talk about his history a little bit later because he sucks. Listen, he wrote some amazing children's book. It's very much an H.P. Lovecraft situation of having a problematic fave.
Oh, did he have a very unfortunate name for his pet?
Oh no, I know what you're talking about for H.P. Lovecraft right away. Don't look it up.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Brandon, what's your experience with Matilda?
So I was about 8 when this came out. I was at the perfect prime age for seeing the film Matilda in the theaters, and I loved this film as a kid. It felt really good. It felt really good going back.
That's
Yeah.
a good age to watch a movie in the theater.
How old were you when it came out?
8.
About 8.
Okay, because that's when I was, and I thought I was too old for it.
No,
What?
I was.
I think this movie was made for 8-year-olds.
Okay, this is going to be a really. I don't know. If this is a fun.
I had a penchant for smugness back then too. So
So I think it was the Bug's Life came out in 1996. I want to say, and that was the first movie I remember as a 12-year-old. I want to say when I saw it, so it was probably 1996. That I'm like, I'm too old for this. I don't need to watch these babies film. My dad's like, I want to see it. I want to see this Pixar film. I was like, my dad's a baby. What the fuck? And then we went to go watch it. I'm like, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And I think that's the only time I ever struggled with like, oh, there's a certain age you can watch things after. I was like, I'm just gonna watch whatever I want. So.
Yeah.
In a way, Bug's Life radicalized me.
You're never too old for a child's version of the Seven Samurai.
Yes, very true.
Wait, when did this movie? I thought it came out in 1996.
1993 for Matilda.
Oh,
93?
I thought it was 96.
I'm pretty sure it was 93. Let me see.
Ruh-roh.
Did I fuck
Jurassic Park
I'm
was
like
93.
90% sure 96.
up? Maybe it was 96.
Because like Mrs. Doubtfire came out in 90.
Yeah, maybe it
early
was. I
90s.
might have been looking at the different time frame for where this fucking out.
I told you his notes. Look at him. They don't say anything.
1996. Okay.
All
let's
work
run.
and no play makes Brandon a dull
because
boy.
that's important because I did do some math later on.
Okay, so I
that
would have
we
been
can get
10
into.
actually, like around 10 or 11 then.
Okay, so
I
you're
was 3,
Oh, okay.
so I did not see.
Were
this
you like
in
a Matilda
theaters.
baby? You were like, I'm doing math and I'm watching Matilda.
Oh my gosh, no, was I not doing math? Oh my goodness. What a precocious little tyke Matilda was.
I mean, listen, that's going to be the quote of the episode right there.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever been so precocious you develop psychic powers? That's what this movie asks. And also, you use the power of hatred for good. I love that so much about
That
this.
I missed that until I rewatched it, getting ready for this podcast, and I do appreciate.
I mean, this is an early
That energy.
assertion, but I wrote this down in my notes that I think it's weird that this movie is so wholesome and great, but literally it's like a combination of Firestarter and Seven. Like it feels like because you have all the punishments from, of course, Trunchbull being very Seven-esque. You have the closet, you have the cake.
You've got the psychological warfare. It's got a little carry in there.
It does. It's got a little carry, but all these parts together, Danny DeVito really whipped up. What a great
Some
package.
special.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So just to get into this, this was written. Well, he worked on the script, but it was also produced and directed by Danny DeVito, who also narrates the film. Starring, of course, the original power couple, Always That I'll Love, which is Rhea Perlman. Yes, I know they divorced in 2012.
They got back together though, right?
They did get back together.
Are they still back together?
I don't know if they still are though. But it seems right. If you know, like, I feel like those people.
It's the Family Guy jokes.
Yeah.
It's either me or nobody.
Yeah.
It's so mean, but it's also kind of.
Yeah, it's mean, but listen, I love Danny DeVito. I love Rhea Perlman. Big Cheers fan.
Let's not even look it up. Let's just celebrate the
Yeah,
fact that Rob Schneider got divorced.
Yeah, good for him. He needs to be empowered. Original score composed by David Newman, a longtime collaborator with, of course, Danny DeVito. You know, we did for other films, Throw Mama from the Train, War with the Roses, as I mentioned earlier, Death to Smoochie.
Which recently got remade.
And it looked awful.
Yeah, it did, with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, let's look up the review for the Roses real quick while we do this, too. That's
Well,
too fun.
did you get any information as to like why Danny DeVito wanted to make this movie?
Ooh, I
did.
was
That's what
wondering.
I really wanna know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't look into the production in the notes. I try to avoid doing too much of the trivia section.
I do that too because I think what attracted to him was I think he wanted to make like a gross out movie,
Yeah.
like an over the top thing.
Well, I know
because
in
he
a
saw
few-
like the Wormwoods. He and his wife could play those characters, and
And also, I know from a few interviews, like on a basic level, he really liked Roald Dahl a lot too. So
that's probably true too. He's
Yeah.
a very he's in interviews and stuff. He's way more thoughtful than the characters he plays
Oh,
on
yeah,
television and in movies.
I see what you're talking about, Luke. It's a lot like what's that terrible movie starring that guy nobody likes? Dan Aykroyd. What's that Dan Aykroyd gross out
Nothing
movie?
to Lose.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, is it Nothing to Lose? Nothing
It's
but
Nothing
trouble.
But
Nothing but
Trouble.
trouble.
Yeah.
It's like Nothing But Trouble, but toned down to an acceptable level.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it should have gone further, but we'll get into it as we go
Oh
through.
yeah.
Okay, I'm just trying to see all the movies that he directed real quick, but it's hard to. Okay, yeah,
He's done a lot of shorts.
yeah.
So
Okay. Oh, co-star.
it's not on
films?
his Wikipedia, so you're probably better to go as on.
Yeah, it's better than
IMDb.
IMDb. And then I have to look up the Roses reviews too, real quick. So you guys got to vamp while I do this.
We're fact checking on this
Yes.
podcast. We don't
I swear,
dick around.
this is God striking me down because I said
You
I
can't-
did research.
Podzuki, brought to you by IMDb.
Let's see real quick. He's been doing a lot still. Good for him,
Danny DeVito?
Danny DeVito.
Oh yeah.
He does a lot of. It looks like kind of TV directions too. He was directing Queen Bee, which is a TV movie. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, after Matilda, he did Death to Smoochie. That's really funny to me. He did a movie about Hoffa.
Unlike Death to Smoochie.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, he's done a lot of really great ones. I mean, just once again for alone, he actually directed some episodes of Taxi. I think it's pretty cool.
He's a very strange creative because he's not very good.
No.
He wants to be a lot better than he is.
Okay, once again, I'm going to
What?
argue because Throw Mama from the Train is a great comedy.
I like Throw Mama from the Train.
and War of the Roses too. Okay,
And this movie.
and this movie.
Well, let's get in the movie. Matilda is. Martin, did you go into your experience with?
Yeah, was
Oh,
this
I have no real experience with Matilda until I've watched it now. I remember seeing the trailer growing up. I think it was on the front of a couple of VHS tapes I had for other movies.
I remember the trailer playing constantly on children's media.
I will say
The
while
carrot turning around and going back.
That part's so great.
That unlocked some core memories.
I will say while watching it, I felt some very similar vibes to Harriet the Spy. So I essentially saw this movie back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You either live long enough to become a Rosie O'Donnell or you die Danny DeVito.
You got it out.
Yeah.
Hey.
I thought for sure you were.
I got the call. Brandon's gonna fuck that up. And also, I should say that joke's not quite true because it's not like there's anything wrong with Rosie O'Donnell. She's
No,
Yeah, she's
she's better
great.
than our president,
Oh.
Joe Biden. Sorry,
Joe Brandon.
Don't get me started on Dark Brandon. That's why. Anyways, I did want to say screenplay by Nicholas Kazan and Robin Schwad. It's a fun name to say. I think I want to talk about a few of the acting roles too. Mara Wilson, of course, famous role for her as a child actor. I wanted to bring up the note too. Famously, a very great writer now in her later adult life, and cousins to get ready to say it together. Ben Shapiro.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Oh no, she's very progressive and smart person. She hates Ben Shapiro. She's been on many interviews talking about how much of a cuck he is. So
But they're first cousins.
I think they're first cousins. They're kissing cousins at least. Let me pull that up real quick.
I'm sorry. What does kissing cousins
What a
mean
way
to
to
you?
frame that.
Yes, I'm just joking. Mara Wilson. Let's say Ben Shapiro. Let's see what I get when I put that together. I know they're cousins. I just don't know how to.
I noticed you didn't answer my question.
It just says Ben Shapiro is cousin of writer and actress Mara Wilson.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't think we need to like fucking go for a whole like.
No, it does kind of explain itself how he's never had any real success in the media space.
Yeah. Oh, that probably infuriates him even more.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. You know what? Shout out to Mara Wilson again for doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you haven't ever followed her on social media, always a great poster too. Very funny, natural person.
Is she a book writer?
A book writer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think she's worked on some screenplays too. I didn't go further into. I did more of a Danny DeVito dive.
She had a blog
Triple D.
back when that was a thing that you could do for a job.
Yeah. It was a good one. I used to read it.
Simpler times.
She would go on. I know she did Nostalgia Critic once.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
when he did the Thomas the Tank Engine movie. I think because that was like the last movie she ever did.
Well, there's actually kind of a tragic part to Matilda in that whole time frame of is her mother got cancer and passed away shortly after this film. So it's like, yeah, that sucks. Missed Outfire 2, Miracle on 31st Street. Yeah, she hasn't really done any acting roles after that, but then...
I think Miracle on 31st Street, that was like her pinnacle. That was
Yeah.
a pinnacle of her cuteness and acting ability, I believe.
Oh yeah, no, she had a generational run and she retired on top.
Yeah.
It was also probably after that she probably started to really
she
dislike
did-
doing it.
She did a voice on BoJack Horseman. I forgot she also had a cameo in
Yeah,
Broad
she was
City.
that spider.
Yeah,
Oh.
it was really fun.
Jill Pill.
Yeah. Yeah, she's done a few roles here. The Nostalgia Critic role is listed on here too, which is very fun. Yeah, a lot of great actors all around. I already mentioned that, of course, the two
The
parents.
Nostalgia Critic put that credit there.
Yeah,
did it himself.
absolutely. But yeah, I want to give a shout out once again, Danny DeVito playing the father, the father Wormwood, if you will, and then Rhea Perlman playing the mother. The son, the brother to her, Mara Wilson, also didn't really do any role, so I didn't write down the name.
I didn't write his name down either.
That's fine. We don't need to know his name. He was a very good, shitty kid.
Yeah, boy.
I felt like the brother got some character assassination in this movie because he's not mean in the book.
Yeah,
That just always
Oh.
felt important to me. That the
I
brother
love
wasn't mean.
Danny DeVito coming to the writers' room. Like, we got to make them all shitty.
That's clearly, that is 100% what he wanted to do with the movie.
I mean, also-
the
Yeah.
Trunchbull and the Wormwood.
Once again, with his history of movies and directing, he famously always has like just a movies full of ton of nasty characters that are funny. So it makes sense to me.
Well, I kept thinking while watching this, I wanted this movie to be directed by like Todd Solondz.
Oh.
I think he would have brought some flair to it.
Well,
It's
actually-
just a horrible childhood aspect.
A funny thing, when he was being interviewed for a lot of like the wide shots and kind of really beautiful set designs for this, he said he's really inspired by Terry Gilliam for this film. So I'd love to see this done by Terry Gilliam, I think too.
I can definitely see that, in that the wide angle lens and Dutch angles are working overtime.
Yeah, once
in this
again,
movie.
shout out, Danny DeVito got real fucking good taste. If you listen to any interviews he has, or like a lot of his inspirations. I love that Paul Rubens and Tracy Walter are playing the FBI agents in this. Anytime I'd seeing Paul Rubens show up unexpectedly, I forgot he was in this film until I watched this again.
Same.
I-
What a pleasant surprise.
I was surprised seeing him, and for a little while I was like, that's not Paul Rubens. He's not doing a Pee-wee
the
voice.
funniest thing is whenever he does, I mean, his natural voice is a little funny, but even when he does like a serious adult voice, it's always so funny to me because it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Because he sounds so normal in this movie that it's upsetting. Yeah, and of course, the teacher, Miss Honey, is played by Beth Davids. She's had a fun few roles here. I always forget she was the Mary Parker, Peter Parker's mother in the bad Amazing Spider-Man films. They brought his parents back. It's stupid. It's bad.
Huh.
Those are movies that have so many great actors in them for such a shitty written bad movie.
Those are the Andrew Garfield ones,
Yeah, Andrew
right?
who
Okay.
also a great actor in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, no. Like Emma Stone, Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
Third person.
Third person.
Jamie Foxx was in one of those.
Yeah, he was in Amazing Spider-Man 2.
3. Whatever
just
one
did
had
2, I
Electro.
think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Gap
I
in
like
his
him.
teeth, and then the electricity power fixed the gap in his teeth. They made sure to close up on that when it happened.
Yeah, I find that pretty shocking. Anyway, so DeVito had his cinematographer Stefan Kazisby on this as well, famous for using a lot of wild angles and exaggerated perspectives like he does in his films. Once again, very inspired by Terry Gilliam. I want to talk about this before we get into the movie, which is Pam Ferris also had injury after injury while doing this film, who played Miss Trunchbull, to the point where I'm like, dear God, I feel so sorry for this woman. Famously, like when the blackboard erasers whacked together and they had to keep her eyes open, she got a bunch of chalk dust in there and had to be basically have her eyes washed out between takes each time.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the pigtails with the harness too also lopped off one of her fingertips when she did it.
What?
Yeah, because of how strong the machine was for the fake setup for swinging it around. Had to get 7 stitches after that too. So shout out to Pam Ferris, who is a great actor too. She put the time in for this.
Let's give her a Podzuki applause of dedication to the craft.
Oh yeah, we could just.
Yeah.
She was also great as that lady in Chicken Run.
Oh yeah.
Wait, was that her?
No, she just looked like.
Yeah, no,
the
she
animated.
does. Yeah.
I realized as soon as I said that, it sounds like I think they're in the movie.
But listen, we love
She
it.
looks like she's made out of clay.
We love we love an Aardman animation. What the fuck? What the fuck, dude?
Hey, if we know anything about Podzuku, we love anything involving Mel Gibson.
That's true.
Animation generation.
We're doing the Beaver next episode. What if I did that to you?
I not appreciate it.
I do want to say this too. Another thing that's a very core childhood memory being unlocked is the opening song, of course, of "Send Me on My Way" by the Rusted Roots. What a banger! What a good song. That whole album itself is actually a really great album, but I have a soft spot for white world music. It's the only way I can describe it. If somebody listens to, one really great Paul Simon album, like, I could do that. I think there's a history behind this, but I don't know. Yeah, shout out to Paul Simon. Let's get into it. Great opening. Love the white shots. Great cinematography. That baby seat. I as a parent watching films now, when they do little funny bits of like the child seat's not actually buckled in, I'm like, God damn, it's horrifying. It is kind of funny though.
Oh yeah,
All right,
hey,
it opens with the birth.
The
Yes.
birth.
Okay.
Yeah. What a cute baby. It's a cute baby they picked for
Very
that
cute,
one.
very cute baby.
Great baby. They have Danny DeVito narrating the whole story as it goes, kind of going into the fact that she's basically just ignored by her family because they're really shitty people.
Always a sign of a great movie when you
Yeah.
got the narration over it.
Yeah. I mean, I'll give it this. I feel like if this was like a movie aimed at adults, I'd be more judgmental. But I feel like for a children's movie, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I get it.
Yeah, no, it's got a storybook aesthetic to it. It's like you're
Yes.
being read a lovely story of neglect by Mr. Daniel DeVito himself.
But it just is confusing that the dad, because he's playing the dad
oh yeah,
who's not paying attention or listening, and he's narrating everything and like Matilda's thoughts. Like, it's just like, why didn't they just pick another actor to narrate? I don't know.
Yeah.
I agree with that definitely because it's clearly Danny DeVito in
Yes,
both
it's
roles.
so yes.
Okay, 1996. We all have to lock in. Who would be a fun person to get for that?
Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman would be great. Matilda.
I
Matilda
also
never
think Ron
changes.
Perlman.
Yeah. God, now I'm only thinking about Ron Perlman. Shit. I've been incepted. I went to James Wood, but also...
He'd be pretty good at that.
Yeah, who also a famously shitty person, but God, I love him so much in Hercules playing Hades. I'll talk
Alec
about it.
Baldwin, he wasn't doing a lot in 96.
Oh, Alec
He
Baldwin would
wasn't.
be great.
They could have.
He was doing voiceover stuff.
He was the bit character for that TV show. He could have gotten John Lovitz.
John Lovitz would have been a good narrator.
I
Because then
know-
the tie-in with him being the game show,
I expected that to come back up again.
Same.
No.
I've completely forgotten that happened till just now.
I know Julie Andrews narrates everything, but
Oh, that'd be
She'd be pretty
good.
good for this.
That'd be really great.
I will
The
say,
John Lovitz part was really funny. Was it you get covered in goo
Yeah,
and then
you
any
got-
money that sticks to the goo on your body?
Okay, we need to talk about this. One thing I really miss from pastiches and satire on American culture from the 90s is having a shitty game show on in the background. We need to bring that back.
absolutely.
we-
Just like
can't,
from
'cause-
Robert Cop.
Yeah.
they're all shitty and racist now because they all have to be like, look, it's this Korean game show or this Japanese game show.
That's true.
And stupid things that are on in the background are just like, here's a streamer.
You know, the
'Cause
funny-
there's no culture anymore.
The funny thing is the last show I remember doing a really good homage to the weird show in the background is of all shows Steven Universe with Tiny Butler.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love Tiny Butler.
Tiny Butler was a really good one.
It's just like Mr. Belvedere if he was tiny.
You got it exactly.
Yeah, that's
In
exactly
one
what
stroke.
it is.
It's oh man, I love this. Okay, anyways, back to this film. I love a shitty game show in the background. They basically show her progression as she gets to her age of 6 of being a.
Oh, the
6
rest
and
of
a
the
half.
Wormwoods, except for Matilda, are all gross and eat on TV trays in front of the television.
Yeah.
And she just wants to read Moby Dick.
Do you think this contributed to the class warfare that we're experiencing right now?
Oh, absolutely. It's an allegory.
Yeah.
No
Like
doubt.
we look at these,
No
like
doubt.
look at these shitty poor people stealing from others to get their car dealership money, eating their shitty food in front of television. Oh, this is why America's so bad. And all the rich people are like, I can't wait to go to Epstein Island.
I mean, this.
It's 1996. No one's ever going to find out.
I don't think this is a brave take, but the Wormwoods would definitely be MAGA.
Oh, absolutely.
yeah.
100%. They're on the grift. It's all about the grift, baby. I'm going to look real quick how long Epstein Island's been around because that joke seems really good to me. Epstein Island.
I mean, you got to think about it. It's
How
a weird
long?
coincidence that he just happened to own an island called Epstein Island.
I love the setup.
I mean, I would buy it if there's a Brandon Island.
I love the setups of jokes when the comedian has to look the premise up first.
I just
Make sure it tracks.
I feel like it's been around since the 90s, right?
It had, yeah. It's giving.
Well, I mean, it's a piece of land. It's
92.
probably been around for a while.
I also forgot that I looked up the review percentage on Rotten Tomatoes for the Roses remake, and it was 64%. That's not funny.
That's not.
Yeah,
It's either got to be high or low. Because if it's really
better than I would have expected.
right,
Yeah.
if it was really high, like it was a 99%, I'd be like, well, I got to find out. Or if it's like a 10%, I'm like, yeah, of course, that's what I thought. Or even like a 30%. Anyways, we'll keep going through the movie. Eventually, as she gets older, she's read every book they have in the house, and she can't learn anymore. For some reason,
Well, she's read all the magazines in the house. They don't
Magazines.
have any books.
so a lot of great Hustler articles. You can actually get a lot of good information and really good thoughtful, provocative, clips of the time.
I'm assuming they couldn't get the legal rights, but I'm assuming they had Mad. I'm assuming they had Cracked. I'm assuming they had National Lampoon. I'm assuming they had what's another magazine? Heavy Metal.
Heavy Metal's a cool one.
Yeah.
Fangoria.
I'm assuming a couple Archie comics.
Ooh, I like that too.
I'm done adding to this list.
Okay,
I'm very
anyways,
sorry.
she eventually gets to the point where Dad, I'd like to go to school, and for some reason, no, which is it's a Roald Dahl
This
story.
movie, I think we can all at least agree that it jumps around a little bit.
Oh, yeah,
It's pretty
absolutely.
scatterbrained.
I mean, once again, children's movie clearly set in a magical realism kind of world, so
Mm-hmm.
it's fine. It makes sense on a level of they just suck and they don't like to go to school.
Well, no, Brandon, it's not for no reason. They already have a kid in school, and if Matilda's not home, who's going to sign for the packages of
Yes.
illegal car parts?
Yes.
That's true. Okay, that is
they
pretty
do
good.
explain
They
that,
do
yeah.
explain. Okay. Once again, we're also introduced to kind of Paul Rubens and his buddy watching the house, and I like that they kind of. It's a good Chekhov's FBI agents as the movie goes for what happens, but she eventually finds out about the library down the street, so she starts walking 10 blocks to get over there. And it's just a fun introduction to this character Matilda. We see her getting smarter and smarter, having a voracious need for reading and books. But as we all know, if you read enough books, you do become psychic, which is really cool.
Telekinetic.
Sorry, pyrokinesis. Once again, it's not Firestarter. I remember myself. I feel like that through line does make a lot of sense to me of how similar those movies are. But I wanted to bring up a few other things for the notes.
Well, the book was written in the 80s. So maybe he did steal from Stephen King.
I mean, yeah, he probably did a little coke while writing.
all this fire and killing was taken out of it?
I don't like how Jewish he is. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that later, of course. They eventually get to the point, and I think a thing that's kind of interesting about the film is that Danny DeVito isn't the world's most shitty father. He's pretty close, but there's a few moments of compassion, and one of them is if I sell this teacher a car for free, I can get her into school. Which is you're not any
I
good.
thought it was because she was so awful. He
Yeah,
was
she was
guess-
specifically I
yeah.
hate these kids.
yeah.
I was
and he's
unclear
like,
on
"Guess
the
what? You're going to
motivation
school."
after he met the Trunch Bull. To
Also,
get her
a
into
fun
school.
scene where they shoot it where it's from the perspective of the blurred out window as they're talking. There's a lot of fun scenes in this film. I like the one line that she also has the throwaway line a few times of "Glad I was never a child." Very Roald Dahl once again. Too.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, basically, he how it's kind of set up. He's selling her a shitty car that he didn't just want to get rid of too, and she gets put into the school. So she's really happy to get the news that she'll be going to school.
Until she finds out it's an awful school.
Yes.
Well-
run by the Trunch Bull, who is the best character in the movie, probably. They're definitely giving their all for this performance.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
She was amazing.
Yeah, she really all the way went in. Of course, there's the slight positives too. Her teacher, of course, Miss Honey, which really cares about the kids. She's finally getting to learn and spend time with other kids. She also meets her friends. Let's see if I can pronounce it right. Hortensia and what's the other one's name? Lavender. That's a lot
Lavender.
easier. Yeah. Both. You know what? They're both great kid actors for the role. I feel like they fit the part pretty well.
They're basically not in the movie, though.
Yeah.
They say a few things.
They got two scenes, and I guess Cake Boy has an equal amount of time.
Cake.
Cake Boy's great.
I do like Cake Boy.
Yeah, well, we'll get into the Cake Boy part in a little bit here too. They also introduce us to all of the weird torture that she does, talking about how she threw a kid out the window and that's not a problem because the kid survived, I guess. I'll talk about the Chokey, which is basically just a giant Iron Maiden that she puts children inside of, and then almost kills a child right on that first day.
Yeah.
The one girl that has pigtails, as I was describing, where they famously injured the actor doing it, tells her to remove it. She kind of gets a little, I wouldn't say up, but she's just trying to be honest, but it makes her even more upset. So she grabs her by the pigtails and throws her towards a fence to impale her, but luckily Matilda uses her psychic powers to just nudge her.
No, she just doesn't miss. This is before she has her psychic.
I think it was a moment where
I think
It's supposed to be
psychic-
that she actually did it.
I think she did
kinda-
it.
Yeah.
I felt like that's what
Okay,
my
maybe
interpretation was.
Miss Trenchball should be a little bit more grateful. She saved her from catching a real bad rap.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as we get into later, I don't think she has a problem murdering people.
Yeah.
It
Well,
seems
in the
like-
book, she just tossed her over the fence, and that was it.
Yeah.
There wasn't any
and also the fun part where she slides
sliding
so
through dirt and picking a bunch of
That's
flowers.
why I think it was Matilda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would make more sense as to why it seems like then it was a positive
Yeah.
after.
Yeah.
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 It was good artistic liberty from
It
the book,
is-
though. It's a fun scene.
Yeah.
It's a really fun scene.
Yeah.
She's had the once again the kid actor for that part having a blast.
Yeah, it's so cute.
It's really good. You get introduced to Miss Honey a little bit too, who once again cares for the kids. We're also introduced to the toxic relationship that her and Miss Trenchbull have together.
I don't like you saying that.
Listen, you know it's right.
How many incest references are we going to have in this podcast, Brandon?
Oh, you don't think there's incest in Toxic Yuri?
I
Buddy.
know there is, but we don't need to do it for this.
Shout out to Sadie Landcreep. She's listening to this. She's probably screaming right now. A common joke that also shout out to Meadow if she's listening too. Listen, we say a lot of Toxic Yuri jokes during Thirst for Adventure meetings. It's funny. Lesbians being bad's funny. I might cut that part.
Okay.
It comes from a weird. I mean that in a positive place, but as a white guy saying it, that comes from a. I don't know. It's tough being a white guy. This whole chain's getting cut. Okay. Anyways, we're going back to Miss Trunchbull and the relationship with Miss Honey is basically that she's kind of like a slight caretaker because she was it
was her
great aunt?
Yeah, it was her dead mother's sister.
Yeah.
Who came in to moved in with them after her mother's death, then basically killed her dad and took over and became her stepmom.
And did that happen in the book? Like, did they go into more details about it?
Yeah, all that happened in the book. I can't remember if maybe she was actually the stepmom instead of the sister. Like, if she'd actually married, that's probably what happened in the book. It was probably more explicit like that. But yeah, the rest of it of her like actually killing in the ending with the chalkboard, that all happened in the book.
I had to just assume that she had like bullied him to death.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what she wrote on the chalkboard at the end of it, so I'll get you like you got me, so that was definitely in the book. So it was definitely implied. Like I do like I like the grossness of this movie. I like that it doesn't shy away from him and his Mr. Wormwood and his wife are drinking beer instead of
Offers to Miss Honey when she comes to visit, which is a funny scene.
Yeah. And they don't shy away from people dying, and nobody dies in the movie, but the idea of death is
Historically, some people die in the movie. So
Yeah.
But yeah, they don't shy away from that. Once again, mere seconds away from killing that kid on the fence too. I agree with you too, because even the act of a adult throwing a child out the window and they're just saying like, "Oh, he survived, but it's not good." That was actually a pretty funny scene. Another thing too, I forgot about this film is that there's such a staunch kind of second act change to where it goes from like delightful children's film with basically a bunch of nasty people and she believes in a fair just world, wants to kind of enact that, and then it switches into basically kind of a murder mystery thriller at the end of it, which is I really do like. Once again, shout out to Danny DeVito for this piece of work. Before we get to that though, Miss Honey visits the family to basically talk about how great their daughter is and like make sure that she might be able to go up further in schooling afterwards. And she's like, "Oh God, these people suck!" Like instantly, like, "Oh, this family's so bad."
Oh yeah, because like when she comes, they're immediately like, "We don't have money for you. We don't want to talk to solicitors. We don't all this." And then she's like, "No, I'm here for Matilda." What the fuck did you do? Go to your room.
Yeah. I also like the little throwaway jokes that Rhea Perlman also constantly says her name wrong too.
Oh yeah.
It's a fun little scene. This gets back to the next day where they started off with being called to an assembly, and this, of course, was where we're introduced to the famous scene with Bruce Bogtrotter. This is where I also feel like this movie reminds me of Seven a lot in some ways. So basically, this little kid, he snuck in, he ate some cake. He shouldn't have done that. It's bad. Not
But I
good.
mean, that cake looked good though.
The cake looked really good.
It's a good looking cake.
So basically, Miss Trunchbull brings out the very ghoulish looking lunch lady that's made a giant cake that he has to eat. Very much like Cookie. That's right. Very much in a King of the Hill, you have to smoke all of the cigarettes episode. He has to eat all of the cake. And I gotta say, when I was a kid watching it, it made me feel queasy and grossed out. As an adult, still feel bad.
Yeah.
Shout out to that kid. He really committed to.
It's a tough scene.
It's basically though just kind of like the egg scene from Cool Hand Luke.
Yeah.
That's kind of how they turn it around.
Oh, that egg scene's
Because
so
he
funny.
can't do it. He can't eat the whole thing. But then there at the very end, Matilda's like, "Yeah, you can do it." And then everybody starts cheering for him, and I like that. I like
That was cute.
Yeah.
The food looked good in this movie. Like
I-
even the when she was making pancakes when she was a kid, I was like, I want some pancakes right now. Like it just sometimes food is shot just so good in films.
The last thing I wanted to do while watching this movie was eat.
I like the idea that this aired in Japan, like late at night with the Japanese subtitles. And like Miyazaki looked over at the right person, like, "Ooh, hey, movie, like what you're doing. Game, respect, game."
That's where he got the idea to make food look appetizing.
Yeah, I mean it's 1996. I know Totoro. There's some pretty great food shots in Totoro too.
Well, this is where I got all the food inspiration for Princess Mononoke.
Yeah,
Gordon Ramsay also saw Matilda.
yeah.
Yes.
But even the like when they went to the fancy cafe place and there was like the tray of desserts
Ooh,
and it
yeah.
landed
Forgot
on
about
her
that
plate.
scene.
Like it was I don't know, the food was giving.
Oh yeah. I was a little hungry when I was watching this. I made a PBJ afterwards. It tastes really good. Yeah. So basically, at this point, I feel like this is where the children realizing they can kind of get together and rally against her. But also in the background, this is when Matilda's spending more time with Miss Honey and gets the whole backstory, like we said a little bit earlier, about how her dad was basically killed and she took over their house.
I mean, it's a sad backstory because
It's really
she starts
sad.
out with like, I was a little girl and I was happy every day. And then my mom died when I was 2.
Yeah.
Okay, it was kind of weird she called her dad King
Yeah.
Magnus.
That's kind of weird too.
That was weird, right?
Yeah.
I mean, as once again a girl dad, if my kids started calling me king, I'd be like, stop it.
Yeah, you'd be like, knock
do
it
that.
off.
They could have done a lot more to rewrite the source material, or at least change it enough to where it made sense. There's whole parts where they're just putting long bits from the book into little bits of dialogue that don't sound right at all. Like her explaining all of the backstory just really quick like that.
Yeah, because I mean, after that story, they basically even have it where she sneaks into the house and they almost get caught. And she tells her never to do that again. I'm still thinking about the king thing though. If a kid calls you king like sarcastically, if like one of my daughters and they get always like, "Hey, what's up, king?" like as a joke, I'm like, okay, it's pretty good.
In the Golden Girls, Blanche called her father Big Daddy.
That
Well,
just
Blanche
makes
is
it
kind of supposed to be
better.
gross though.
Yeah, no, she had a whole Southern pride thing. We don't need to respect
that
any
actually
of
does
Blanche's
line-
plantation.
That does line up with Blanche pretty well. She was a cunt, but in a fun way.
She was.
Yeah.
She was serving cunt.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, listen, this shout out. I shouted out Cheers earlier, but also Golden Girls. I do miss the golden age of sitcoms. We're not getting that
Yeah.
back.
We're not, no.
Yeah, which is fine. Things need to be inferior. They don't need to last forever.
Well, I mean, something needs to last forever. How else are we going to pay for all these prescriptions?
It's true.
Subscriptions.
Subscription.
Fuck. Cut my
No, I
shit.
think-
Cut
I
my
think-
shit, Brandon.
I think
What if I cut out that
prescriptions
thing
is
I
right.
said earlier, which I probably will cut out, but I put it here to make it really confusing, and I took your part and put it the other part I cut out.
Now cover this part with your social security number.
Okay, which of course is
No.
Okay. Yeah. I love doing the little beep each time. I'll be honest with you. So yeah, we basically kind of start amping it up a little bit. Where Matilda, this is once again like the murder thriller kind of amps up. Where Matilda's like, I'm going to torture this woman, which deservedly so.
I loved it. Yeah.
We got to talk a little bit about the scene where her and Miss Honey are in the house the first time that Miss Trunchbull is
It's
looking around.
honestly frightening.
It's
Yeah.
a great scene, and I think I would
The
argue,
anxiety.
like based on the way Miss Trunchbull is moving around what is basically her lair, she is definitely like a smaller kaiju.
Yeah.
Like she set up traps, she set up like noise alarms, like she set up all this stuff so she can hunt within her own home.
Oh no, this is definitely like a Resident Evil. Is it 8 with the big vampire lady?
Yeah. Actually, fuck, this would make a great Resident Evil level.
Yeah, it feels exactly like that. I forgot her name already.
Oh, Lady Dimitrescu.
The Dimitrescu.
That's also like the southern folks from Resident Evil 7.
Oh yeah, that's true. man, great game series.
Just good horror in a house.
Yeah, we love a house of horror. So that whole scene I think is pretty great, and then it's like I said, it's amping up where she tells her to promise never to come back. Of course, Matilda does, but kind of skirting the rules by saying I was outside and I was just psychically torturing her. Once again, kind of deserved, because it's building up to the final of the film, basically. Of I forget what sets off Miss Trunchbull exactly, but she's like, "Hey, I'm taking over this class right now, and I'm gonna do something really bad to all you kids."
Oh, it's
because she found the ribbon.
Yeah.
Oh, the ribbon.
After all the ghost stuff, she's like, I smell that bitch on this.
Yeah.
She didn't say that, but I can tell.
She did say at one point in the film "pissworm," which always sticks out to me.
It's still, though, like, even if she knew Matilda did it, like, did all the kind of magic stuff in her house that was spooky, I would not mess with Matilda. Like, clearly she could kill me.
Yeah.
Well, she knew one of the kids were involved because of the ribbon. Like, that's how she knew a child was involved. I don't think she knew it was Matilda specifically. Nobody was willing to narc on Matilda for not having her ribbon that day.
I mean, that's fair. She didn't narc for the newt.
That was nice that the kids weren't like, Matilda.
Well, we completely skipped over her Matilda pulling pranks,
Yes.
which was a big part of the book.
Oh yeah, I forget when she first discovers her psychic powers against her dad, and that is pretty funny, getting a hat glued to your head.
I mean,
she didn't use psychic
pranks.
She didn't do psychic powers for that. She
It's true.
She was just gluing his hat.
That's true.
because she didn't have the psychic powers yet, but the pranks were pretty weak. Like, she changes her dad's
You say like,
hair
I want to
gel.
see a man dead.
Well, it's just they changed her dad's hair gel with hydrogen peroxide so that it would bleach his hair, but
And he would go
it
start the band
didn't-
Everclear.
it didn't bleach his hair though.
Yeah.
His hair looked completely normal afterwards. It just like it was slightly more brown, but it didn't look insane. It just looked like hair.
I was also laughing because I know what I'm going to add to the soundboard. There's specifically just one YouTube video that is the scene where she says "pissworm."
You pissworm!
That was uploaded 6 years ago with 11K views.
ooh.
And the gluing of the hat's fine.
The glue on that's fine.
Yeah. I mean, I did love Danny DeVito arguing that, like, no, it's not glued. The fibers of my hair combined with the hat because it shrunk.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot the scene that's shortly after that is the first time she develops the psychic powers is to explode the television scene.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And that is a pretty cool scene.
They hate Matilda so much that they won't even believe her when she says that she has psychic powers.
Yeah.
Or when she's telling them that there are cops outside, she's like, no, those are motorboat salesmen.
Yeah.
Her tone towards the cops when they're in the house talking to Rhea Perlman is almost like one step away from just saying a cab, which I really like. She just walks by, is like, they're cops. All cops are bastards. Once again, I think Mara Wilson would also agree with this, which is pretty cool and rad.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in the age we live in right now. So we kind of skirted around and went back and forth, but we should get to kind of the ending of the film. Is basically I wouldn't even say a showdown at this point. Miss Trunchbull's just fucked. She's donezo.
Yeah.
She's doing all the psychic attacks on her. She puts as we said, on the chalkboard saying, "I'm gonna get you. It's me, the ghost dad, Mr. King."
Mr. King.
Yeah. Fires out the window, and then she basically just runs off to never be seen again. And then this is where we kind of get to the end of the film, which is, like I said, with Chekhov's FBI agents. Of course, they're going to go to arrest them. They're doing a lot of legal stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So the Wormwoods are kind of in run while Matilda and Miss Honey are hanging out. And I think in a kind of an endearing, almost touching scene is like she has this whole argument with both her mom and her dad. Like, I don't want to go with you. He's like, no, you come with us because you're a kid. And then Rhea Perlman's like, I don't really want a daughter. Actually, we could go back to having like one kid. But I think it is nice that Danny DeVito's character's like, oh, this would be better for you. So she, signs it off, and then we get our happy ending. It's a nice film.
Yeah,
It's a good time.
because Matilda had the adoption paperwork in her backpack since she's been able to work a photocopier.
That was a funny line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. So yeah, that's Matilda. Once again, I feel like the cinematography, a lot of the kind of suspense and more thrilling moments in the film, all pretty well done. I think I'm going back to Luke on this. I think Danny DeVito's a pretty good director.
I thought for this one, it was very solid. And I know it's kind of basic stuff like the angles of the shots being from Matilda's perspective pointing up, but it just hit so good in this movie because even Danny DeVito felt huge.
Yeah, I think the perspectives really make it feel like as an adult even
No
watching, it's
offense,
like
Danny.
seeing from like a kid's point of view,
Yes.
which is really nice.
Yeah. And kids, like when you're a kid, adults always seem so much taller than you.
My biggest thing too with why I like a lot of Roald Dahl stories when I was a kid and watching this film is that there's so many kids' movies and films and books that are set in like what I'd consider a pure world where everything kind of works the way it should. Adults are good. And I think it's a better service to kids to have a world where the adults are nasty and things don't go well.
Oh yeah.
Because I feel like even as a kid watching it, I'm almost thankful because it's like it makes you more aware of like there's more of a real world connection to the story that you can relate to as opposed to like, oh, everybody's doing so good with the things.
I don't.
Our
think
president
they did
is
that
looking
enough.
out for the
That's
people.
Problem I have with it, like they
wanted more
they tried.
bodies.
I think so much of this movie hinges on what Danny DeVito saw in the movie is the Wormwoods and them playing those characters. If you're amused by them, and I wasn't amused by him, I just found him tedious for most of it. But I like that. I do like that's why I liked Roald Dahl's books. He's always had this idea. They even say it in the movie. They're good people and bad people, and the bad people need to be punished.
Yeah.
And that's essentially the idea he has in all his books. Like Matilda's good, her parents suck, and it's something that it works far better in a book than it does in a movie.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because it's like, oh, Matilda can survive without her parents, but then you see her actually like making soup for herself and then trying making it seem all happy and fun, but it's not.
No.
And then also it's that thing too of it needs to be more fantastical like this film or James and the Giant Peach where it's like you can go really wacky.
He
with
didn't successfully marry the whimsical with the tragic.
Yeah.
That like I think other movies like specifically James and the Giant Peach I think did.
I think that's definitely a fair criticism. And once again, James and the Giant Peach gets away with it being claymated and looking really spectacular for that stop motion.
Oh yeah.
And then I think it makes sense that Danny DeVito did what he could, but this one's a little bit more rooted in realism, even though it's still
And as far
pretty
as the
fantastical.
directing, I think was just bad. Generally, I think the cinematography was horrible. I thought this movie looked like crap.
I think I know something we can all agree on, and it's the fashion.
Fashion's great.
Moth RuPaul's Drag Race.
We haven't done an official Moth RuPaul's Drag Race. Wow, boo. All right.
Moth RuPaul's Drag Race.
I need to hydrate more before we start recording.
I love all of Rhea Perlman's outfits. She is
Yes.
She is slaying in her like bingo gambling addiction.
Also,
like,
some weird critiques on feminism in this from both her and Trunchbull's character, which is, I think, it's a positive to see. But you know, Miss Honey's like, this is such a weird thing to have a concept that you only need to be attractive and get a good man, and shooting that down. But also Miss Trunchbull saying,
Well, they have Rhea Perlman's playing attractive.
yeah, that's true. Damn.
I just feel like I don't think she smokes, but I feel like she should have had a cigarette the entire
Oh,
time.
100%.
I do agree.
Yeah, just a Newport, no filter.
She didn't even have to puff at it. She could have just had it burning in her hand the entire time.
Never ashing.
I did kind of like the gag about I mentioned earlier them drinking beer, that Danny DeVito was drinking beer, Bud Light or Budweiser, and then she was drinking Bud Light
Yeah,
with a straw in it to not mess up her lipstick.
it's really good.
But yeah, she's like blonde, kept woman, housewife.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she looks great. Again, like I don't want to be these people. I think they're terrible people, but I want to live in that house and I want to wear their clothes.
Yeah. And I want to wear their skin.
Maybe not.
No. I feel like it's really getting into my also perspective of like, should this movie have been more mean with more deaths? Maybe. That is more fitting of a Roald Dahl story, I feel like, too.
Yeah.
I also want to say the thing I wanted to say about this film is that instead of me arguing that it's a kaiju film, which I do agree it is a kaiju film, this definitely belongs in a Podzuki episode. I feel like this movie is a JRPG because, as we know,
I'm not sure if
it's a Japanese RPG. So much like a Persona, if you're familiar with those game series, or
Final Fantasy.
Okay.
The joke I'm going for is that Miss Trunchbull at one point declares herself God of the classroom. And at one point, Matilda decides, I must defeat and kill God. And that's a very common trope in JRPGs.
That is fair. She
Is
does
this
get
your
her.
hot take that you were
This is my hot
teased
take.
us? Oh, okay.
Honestly, listen, for like a 40-year-old white nerd listening to this podcast, they're clapping.
Brandon,
They're cheering.
I fucking see it because like Matilda's the psychic user. You got Cake Boy, who's obviously your tank.
Yeah.
You've got
Tank Boy.
You've got Tank Boy.
Yeah.
You've got Lavender. You've got other girls
just
whose
a
name I
JRPG
can't
name
remember.
right there.
That is a JRPG name. And
But
then,
I
I
just
don't know, Miss
wanna-
Honey sounds like a side character who'd help you with healing magic.
And I would just want to say again, when I said that line about being JRPG, this is the 40-year-old white nerd. Listen to it right now. Just,
I believe it's like a JRPG and that it's all built around set pieces. They're like, oh, this would be cool, and if they actually fit together, who gives a shit?
Actually, you are enhancing my argument even more. Thank you. That is a really good point. God, I miss there's so many things from the 90s I miss. Have you all heard about this thing, nostalgia?
Wait, can we talk about fashion for a second again?
Yeah, we never got out of the Motley Paul's Drag Race, to be honest.
Oh, so Miss Trunchbull wears like a 1972 Olympic. I don't remember the exact year.
It is
was
1972.
Like
Was
Yeah,
it shot put, I want to say?
so in this movie's canon, she was Olympian. I feel like
they
she
mentioned
was.
that she was, a former Olympian. I feel like there should have been a joke about her not getting to go to the Olympics, but I don't think they mentioned that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't remember if there's anything in the book about her being an Olympian, but I know she did throw the little girl, grab her by her pigtails, and then shot.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yep.
she's got a house full of shot puts. She's just throwing javelins at
javelin is
support
another one
teams.
too.
Well, they
Yeah.
definitely say that she was trained for the Olympics if
Yes.
she wasn't at the Olympics.
In the movie they said
In
that?
the movie they
Yeah.
say
Oh.
And I like the
missed
tone
it.
is that also she was basically trained to kill.
Yes.
A big energy with that.
I do think they only say it once, and then they let the heavy sports aesthetic speak for
I
itself.
think it's the narration that says that.
Okay, because I was just like, that is fascinating if she went to the Olympics. I don't know.
Yeah.
I do like that this movie could really take place any time after 1972, even
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, it could. It could be. It's a timeless film. And I think with that, we should get into our reviews.
Ooh.
Now, would anyone want to kick off or should I go for it?
Well, wait, what is this going to be out of?
I mean, it's got to be, I want to say, 5 out of 5 Paul Rubin normal voice. It's so funny to me. And I think Paul Rubin's realized that in his career. Because another funny thing that he often does is like, of course, famously in Pee-wee's Big Adventure, when he's in the film, he's just doing a normal voice with the Chuck Norris part. And that's so fucking funny every
It
time.
is.
Craziest thing he did was die.
I know, he should be alive.
Yeah.
Did you watch the documentary about him too?
Oh, I heard it was good.
Yeah, I heard he was weird in it. Like he was cooperating, then he didn't show up to like the last few days of filming.
It seems very Paul Rubens-esque.
Yeah.
Paul Rubens-esque, that's pretty good.
But yeah.
Anyways, I'll go first for a 5 out of 5 normal Paul Rubin voice. I'm going to give this a very solid, I want to say, I mean, it's nostalgia talking, but I'm going to go with a 4 out of 5. And also, I do love the Danny DeVito joint. Even though other people don't like it that much. It's fine. It's cool. But no, I think it does capture a certain whimsy, but also a dread of childhood, which is very essential to a Roald Dahl story. Also, once again, there's a sense of justice, but also nasty people running everything. And then, goodness and a childlike whimsy prevailing through that darkness, which is nice.
I think I want to echo your sentiments. I want to give this a 4 out of 5. I'm giving a little bit extra because it is a children's movie, but like while I was watching it, I was entertained the whole time and I was paying attention. I didn't feel like distracted by other things. And overall, real good performances. I, again, love the aesthetic of the movie, and I think I would watch it again. And bringing it back, I did... it gave me very big Harriet the Spy energy, and I really liked Harriet the Spy growing up, so
Was
good stuff.
Mara Wilson in that one too?
I don't think so.
I just imagine that.
Hey, she was in stuff in the 90s. It's like when you fake remember that Macaulay Culkin was in a thing.
Yeah, which is very easy to do. I mean, now in Fallout, which is pretty great.
Hey, good for him.
Oh, he's kind of strange in it. Whatever.
Yeah.
I have feelings.
Yeah.
I also give it 4 out of 5. I think it was, contrary to what others might think, very well directed.
Listen, it's important with having a movie podcast. There's a dissenting voice with different opinions.
That's true. That's true.
And it is more often than not Luke.
It's usually me.
I don't want to say it. But we're
But
all thinking
I've
it.
said it.
Yeah.
But also, I just feel like, because while I was watching it, I was like, I don't know if you guys have seen Matilda, because I'm like, I don't know if boys sought out
I'm a
this film.
I'm a Matilda
well, you're
boy.
woke.
Thank you.
You're woke. And you're a girl dad. You knew you were going to be a girl dad.
I'm like one step away from being Kobe, basically. So it's the helicopter keeping me awake.
But so I didn't know what you guys would really think of it, but as like a little girl watching this, when I watched it for the first time, I just thought it was so cool that Matilda had these superpowers, that she was the hero, that she was like, well, like she got a happy ending. You also don't really you have a lot of evil stepmother films for little girls, but you don't have a movie that ends with a maternal figure in a positive way like this movie did. So I just thought it was very sweet.
That is a good point. This is kind of a reverse Disney film.
Yeah.
Because Disney
Yeah.
will always kill a mom.
Yeah.
This one gave her 2.
It gave it two, yeah.
Walt's he's thirsting for killing that mom anytime he's getting out there. Once again, Miyazaki watching those films and you're like, oh, game, respect, game. Miyazaki kills a lot of parents pretty often.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Well, I like the source material. I like Matilda the book. I read that probably after like James and the Giant Peach and probably Charlie and the Great Glass and the Chocolate Factory, then the Great Glass Elevator.
Yeah.
And I liked it as a kid. I liked Matilda's character, especially somebody who liked to read a lot. I liked the idea of being smarter than everybody else. And I never, like the book, she does have the telekinetic powers. It doesn't like hinge on it as much. Like I don't know that the back of the book mentions it that much. Whereas like I remember when the trailers for this movie, that was all over the trailer, especially that scene with the carrot.
The carrot
The
scene.
carrot
yeah.
scene.
That and the scene when she's underneath the table and the Trunch Bowl's looking
Yeah.
up with that
Oh,
that Lord of the Rings scene.
The ring wraiths.
Did they
Yeah.
steal that scene from Matilda?
Oh, shit.
Shit, Peter Jackson, you hack.
Yeah. I mean, that's an honest thought now with Peter Jackson. He probably would have loved Matilda.
And I still love the original story, but this movie was dog shit.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
We knew it was coming. Listen, we were bracing
So
for
what's your rating?
I did be 1 out of 5.
Damn,
Wow,
I was thinking even with you hating it, it's going to be like a 2 out of 5.
No, I just put a 1 out of. I just think Danny DeVito did a really bad job on this movie, and I think
Danny DeVito, if you're listening, we do not know this man.
Three of us
We do
love
not.
you.
Yeah.
I was going to put some of the blame on the cinematographer.
Danny
but,
DeVito's listening. It's like, I was going to
but
invite
he
them to
did-
Epstein Island with me.
Yeah, but Stefan Zapsky, they did Ed Wood, and that was great. So
Yeah,
clearly,
that's why
they
I-
just weren't given enough direction.
For the film nerds, that's why I mentioned earlier.
And I didn't watch this movie as a kid. Maybe I would have felt different if I'd seen it at 8 years old.
Yeah, I feel like I'm always honest with my reviews. The 4 out of 5 definitely. There's a nostalgia point there for sure.
Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like I probably wouldn't have thought anything of it if I'd seen it. And I don't know. I feel like the book, you can get far more out of the character of Matilda that I feel like you can't really get that I didn't get out of the film. And also, I think maybe just I didn't like the happy parts as much. Like Miss Honey seemed a bit too perfect and angelic,
Yeah.
and she kind of like they didn't really have time to get to know her all that
Yeah,
much.
they don't. I mean, it is a good honest critique. They don't really develop that character more. It's more of her kind of out at the end of the film.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say, watching it like as an adult now, it definitely seems like she's masking. Well, she's definitely masking a lot of her pain and trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Miss Honey also was a lot of young girls like awakening.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I was gonna
can
say
see
there
that.
are a couple of points of awakening that I could pinpoint in this movie, like for different people. You got Danny DeVito. That's definitely somebody's awakening,
an
in that suit.
Rhea Perlman too.
Rhea Perlman for sure. Miss Trunchbull.
Miss
That
Trunchbull.
was definitely somebody's awakening. Big, strong, powerful woman. Throw you by your
How many
pigtails.
people have you seen online that says they see a big woman that's like, I want you to step on my neck? They were waiting for Miss Trunchbull if they were in the 90s.
I love the way she trunches my bowls.
See,
Go to grammar
listen, right
school.
there.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. And then I feel
But
like
it's just, I did not enjoy watching this movie. And it's, don't watch it.
I did want to mention to the listeners at home that you probably do hear the heater going off in the background towards the end of this episode because I set the thermometer down to 68. It's been like 10 degrees for the last 3 weeks. I can't do anything about it. It's so fucking
Should
cold
have
this
turned
winter.
one up
Yeah,
one more next time.
yeah, that's true. 60. Nice.
Yeah.
We got there. We need to add a sad sound to our board now.
Womp, womp, womp.
Yeah, oh, that's a good one. Can we get a clean one of that real quick?
Womp, womp, womp.
Okay, there we go. With the heater sound in the background. I might be able
Now we have to
use
give
it.
her a nickel every time we use that sound effect.
Wait, I'm not getting any money from this.
Exactly.
I have yet to have a guest ask if they would get paid for being on Podzuki because I think everybody just knows. When I ask
You
them,
just know.
there's no way this is making money.
You just know. But not just for Podzuki. Like, if you're invited on a friend's podcast.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what kind of life someone would live where they would like be invited to be on a podcast and assume they're getting paid for it.
Yeah.
I'm going to figure it out. But yeah, we'll probably cut that part out.
This is, as someone who's been
Cut.
podcasting for over 10 years, I never assumed to get paid for podcasting. If anything, I would assume I would have to pay for this.
Well, we've promised that we will never make money from this podcast.
Well, in a way,
Yes.
Marty paid us with cookies.
Oh, that's true.
Like that.
Also,
That kind of
our
is
promise for all podcasting is something I strongly believe as we talk about many episodes with Tom. We'll never do a video. Video
Oh my gosh.
Video
Sorry.
podcasting.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to thank you guys for not recording these freaking episodes.
Yeah.
I was on a podcast and I forgot it was recorded, and it was about me talking about my dating experience during COVID, and the comments I got after that released was like, why does she think she's so hot? She's so delusional. And I'm like, I hate this was recorded.
If you ever share an opinion about a recorded podcast you watch, you deserve to be executed.
oh my God.
I'm just gonna say that right now.
I just don't.
That's the Podzuki
Why
promise.
is it the thing? Why is it a thing? Why is it a thing?
That's a new
No,
Podzuki
I
rule. I
agree.
think.
I'm mostly bothered by when people like start a brand new podcast and they've immediately started recording
Yeah.
video.
Like, stop.
What was the podcast? I'll cut it out.
God.
No, anyone leaving a comment on a video podcast,
Get a
you
life.
don't need to respect their opinion.
Get a life.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, I did some. My only research contribution to this is I looked up how much $10,265 was worth, because that's what Danny DeVito's character made in one day from selling cars.
Oh yeah.
Like what that is today.
I mean, even that's a lot.
and even that was a lot.
Oh yeah.
And so today, I mean, this is according to like IRS.gov, so it's probably made up with this government.
Being run by like a 19-year-old named Big Balls right now or something. Yeah.
But it was for today, that money would be $21,544, which I don't know if
Damn.
that's as impressive. I thought it would be more.
I think the numbers were taken literally from the book, which came out in '88.
Okay,
And even then,
okay.
inflation was on the rise because we've just gotten out of the whole Reagan era. So
yeah.
Okay, that makes a little more sense, because I feel like
Because a
that
lot of the car
$10,000
salesman
difference-
stuff was taking stuff directly from the book. The putting sawdust into the engine, which is a real thing that used car salesmen would do to quiet quiet crappy engines. But I remember that very distinctly from the book.
man,
And there is
steakhouses
the scene
and car
when he's doing
dealerships.
having his son do the math, and then Matilda answers it really quickly. So I assume the numbers are the same.
Yeah, that's fun. You guys ready for the stupid game section?
Stupid games.
Oh yeah.
hell yeah.
The stupid game section today, I'm just doing a special one called Roald Dahl Sucks. Listen, we have problematic faves. He's a great children's writer. As a human being, a real bad one. Not great.
Can you remind the listeners?
Huge
of some-
anti-Semite.
Oh, that
Yeah.
is one.
He also spied on America for the British.
Yes, he was actually
Oh.
famously a spy during World War II.
Okay.
Pretty wild. Probably killed a lot of people during World War II. But no, also a lot of very bad relationships. I'm going to talk about one later for the story here. But the first one I wanted to talk about is the trivia question is, which comedian went on the Dead Authors podcast to discover Roald Dahl was a huge anti-Semite?
Oh, I know this one.
Okay,
me
well,
too.
we'll start off with you, Maddie. Was it Paul F. Tompkins, Ben Schwartz, or Jason Mantzoukas?
B.
Ben Schwartz.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sonic the Hedgehog himself.
Ben Schwartz.
Yeah, it was Benny Schwab.
It's I wanted to do this for the game because also it is a delightful episode. You can still go back and listen to pretty well. It was a great podcast at the time. Paul F. Tompkins played basically like a time traveler to talk to other dead authors, and
He was H.G. Wells.
he's H.G. Wells. And Ben Schwartz is so happy because he's like, "Oh, Roald Dahl is one of my favorite all-time child author," and you can like listen in real time of his heart breaking as he gets more and more facts from Paul F. Tompkins about the horrible anti-Semitic things and horrible things he said over that.
He was
Very
pro-vax,
funny.
though.
It's so funny because it's very funny, but you can tell this is not a bit Ben Schwartz is doing. His heart is breaking as he learns these things, and he has to work through it because he's a very funny person and a great improviser too. Which famous UK celebrity has cited Roald Dahl as being one of their favorite authors? Was it John Lennon, J.K. Rowling, or Graham Linehan?
It's Joanne.
Yeah,
These
are
are
kind of
just kidding, Rowling.
Yeah. And it's
Rowling.
Yeah, I'll let you say it because listen, we all know.
You kind of telegraphed these answers with the
well,
name
listen,
of the game.
it's me being a swarmy little shit about Roald Dahl more than actually being the game like good and challenging this time. Because famously, J.K. Rowling's got a lot of criticism that she's ripped off things directly from Roald Dahl. Because she's
and that's the only thing you can criticize her
it's the only
for.
thing. Other's great
That's the
person.
only bad
Is
thing
she
about her.
also anti-Semitic?
Huge,
I mean, yeah.
yeah. I guess no, she is too. That's what I
Yeah,
think
no,
about that.
the goblin bankers.
Revealed more and more to be
okay,
racist
okay.
too. Of
Yeah.
course, the anti-trans stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's a
She's a
horrible
turf.
turf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those people you're watching like evil age slowly, where like they're just literally turning into like a witch, which kind of fitting.
I know.
guess.
I know people bring it up very often, but like her name for any sort of character who had a non-white ethnicity in the Harry Potter books, very funny.
Yeah, people mention, of course, the Cho Chang one, but also like all of the wizards from Africa. It's so fucking racist.
Oh yeah, no. Having your one black character have a last name Shacklebolt.
Jesus Christ.
Yoy.
Graham Linehan, just because it's always funny to mention him because he's
They
he's
made
suffering so bad.
shacklebolts. That was their profession.
And they did it with freedom. And it wasn't done by a trans person. Sorry. Just the fact to like narrow, you're a fucking billionaire, and just okay.
It's
yeah.
fine.
We don't need to talk about how she sucks.
It's fine. She's the mold now.
Yeah. Okay. Patricia Neal, his first wife, had a famous nickname for Roald, and I'm going to give you these options. Was it Doll the Dole, Roald the Rotten, or piece of shit who agreed that with Hitler? Jesus Christ, what the fuck, Roald Dahl?
I'm gonna say Roll Tide.
Okay, that's a good one.
I'll go with B.
A.
Okay, A. Luke gets the point for this one. So I think because we all kind of tied you.
Which
you
one?
know,
Which one did I get?
That would be, of course, Roald the Rotten.
Roald the Rotten.
He famously
Oh.
cheated on his wife after she had a stroke and had to learn and rehabilitate herself completely for 11 years with another partner before he left.
Oh my god.
You think that's bad? Dr. Seuss cheated on his wife, who was dying of cancer, with his second wife, and then his first wife killed herself.
Yeah.
Didn't Stephen Hawking also have
Yeah.
an affair with his aide?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get a sense that
People
white
just suck.
men
Men are
they're not doing
bad.
good things.
Hey, Martin Luther King cheated on his wife too. You don't have to say
Okay,
white man.
thank you.
We just talked about
I just
J.K.
said
Rowling.
men. I just said men are bad.
I know. Brandon said white man. I was correcting
Okay,
him.
thank you for going woke.
I would never correct you, Madeline.
No, thank you.
Not again.
Shout out to Martin Luther King cheating on his wife, keeping it real for everyone.
He was a real person with real flaws.
Yeah.
And none of us appreciate what Republicans treat Martin Luther King as, which is just an excuse for people to not fight back in any way, shape, or
Yeah.
form.
Yeah. America's going through some issues right now. I don't know if you all noticed this.
Yeah.
Whew, okay. Yeah, I didn't need to get into the whole history about how he cheated on his wife, but it's really depressing, and I don't need to go through that. So I feel like we should get into old recommendations and plugs. I usually kick it off, but if anybody's got one burning in their brain right now,
I got one. I started playing new video game. It's gotten so many good reviews, but it's Claire Obscura 33. It's a very beautiful game. It basically takes place in fantasy France, and it's so over the top that it wraps back around to being like very endearing and like charming. It's a very earnest game, but it's also like very beautiful and very sad. So I recommend it for anyone who likes a nice long RPG with a hopefully not too complicated battle system. I'm not very far
are you
in.
talking about a JRPG?
Well, no, this is an FRPG.
I know, but it's done in the JRPG.
Also
manner.
known as a JRPG.
JRPG. A JRPG Mafia.
And
Jabbird
then
Mafia.
follow me on Instagram at Game Boy Camera Operator to see my Game Boy Camera photography.
Great account.
Fun.
I love
Very
it so
fun.
much.
Thank you.
I'll go into the recommendations and plugs. I wanted to recommend, as everyone knows, I've been playing a lot of Magic lately, and I might be doing an offshoot podcast about it. There's a content creator called Spice 8 Rec, which if you don't like Magic, you should also watch, because they did there's a Magic set called Duskmourn, which is about a giant haunted house going into all of the gender and sexuality tropes about horror movies in general that I cannot believe how much I was learning. Like, oh, this is good. But famously got H. Bomber Guy to narrate parts of the video. So if you're running with that crowd, you know it's good.
I do love an H Bomber Guy.
Yeah, check out Spice 8 Rack. And I want to read a bunch of books about it now because I recommend a lot of cool books. It's cool to learn. I'd also want to give a shout out for my plugs. As always, second Wednesday of the month at 7 p.m. at Lincoln Lodge. Thirst for Adventure, a show co-produced with a few friends that have been on this before, like Hobart Thompson, Sadie Lancrete, and Meadow William, where we have a bunch of comedians and artists and performers come in and do a one-shot D&D session. It's very fun. It's very
Very
good.
funny.
It's
Very
a,
funny.
It's a great show. Yeah. That's it.
I'll recommend watch The Sopranos. I
love The
recently
Sopranos.
finished watching The Sopranos again, which
Finally
means
a good
I started
white man.
watching The Sopranos again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good show. I think it's the modern day not Caligula, I Claudius,
Yeah.
which is
I agree
just
with that.
great, one of the best TV shows ever made. And don't go see The Many Saints of Newark. I've seen that twice now. I watched it earlier today and it sucked.
I thought it was fine.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Is that's just like a fine thing.
Yeah,
like
no,
a grand. What was the one they did for Gran Torino for Breaking Bad? Was that what it was called?
No, Gran Torino is you're thinking of
The Clint Eastwood movie.
No, you're
El
thinking
Camino.
of the
El Camino.
It is El Camino. You were thinking of Gran Turismo.
Cool game.
But you said Gran Torino, like the oh god, who's that guy? Clint Eastwood movie.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of too. I got a bunch of stuff. I don't know
Fix
if
your brain.
It's never. Listen, we've been doing this since 2017. It's not happening.
You look with the glasses and the comb over like you'd be so smart.
No, I'm just a balding dumb guy. Which actually is kind of a fun way to live life.
Oh, I saw Blue Moon today, that Ethan Hawke, Richard Linklater movie.
Oh, yeah.
Where he plays Roger Hart.
Yeah.
His character has a comb over, but you can see the stubble of his natural hairline.
It's so funny.
Like an inch in front of it. And once you notice it's there, you can't not
Oh
see
yeah,
it.
just like me actually. I actually do have hair under here, and not just balding. I don't mind balding. I feel like it's a natural part of life. It feels kind of good to be reminded that you're human.
You know what's a fun subreddit? The R balding.
Yeah.
That is.
Oh, I am balding.
But just like the subreddit of like the people being like, I just went all in, and they shave their heads, and everyone's like, you look so good.
Yeah.
It's a very sweet side of the internet.
That sounds like a nice supportive space.
Yes, it's so supportive.
Sounds like the opposite of a video podcast comment section.
Yeah. We hate them. Video podcasting. What the fuck? That's why we did podcasting.
Literally. I would recommend puzzling. Puzzling is like my winter sport, and so I have entered the stage of puzzling where I just see puzzles everywhere. Like I'll just be staring at a wall and it becomes a puzzle. Does this happen to anybody else?
Yeah, I look at one puzzle all the time. You ready for it? It's called life.
Happens when I play Mario or something.
Yeah, and it starts.
Everything
You
will be
start.
running
Yeah,
over to
everything
the
is
side.
running. It's in my dreams. Like,
Once again, shout out to Magic the Gathering, which I've talked about too much recently, but like the whole thing of deck building and putting together like mana curves. Ooh.
Now, when you
love it.
finish a puzzle,
everywhere.
do you take it apart and put it back in the box?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I did one puzzle during the pandemic, but I saved that and got a frame for it.
Oh, that's
I
nice.
feel like
It's a good memory.
like a pandemic puzzle that's worthy of a frame. We are going through so many puzzles that
Yeah, I
it's
know
like,
you couldn't frame every
you
single.
can't
if you do
frame all
puzzles
of it.
a lot.
Yeah. And I would like to plug my queer comedy open mic, a mic of their own. I think I plugged it when I was on this show. We were about to do the first open mic, so this was probably 2 years ago.
Oh, and you know what? Since then, we got V. Conrad on here even. So
Oh yes, V is amazing. V
I
is
play
an Emoto
Magic with her and
stan.
Jake. It's really fun.
She's so great, and we are gonna come up on our 2-year anniversary in April, and we were also nominated for Chicago Readers Best Open Mic of 2025.
Oh, hell
Hell
yeah.
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 Is voting still open for that?
It's not,
Ooh.
but you could come to the next open mic. We're usually the third Thursday of the month at Whiskey Girl Tavern.
Yeah. Which, once again, spiritually links us because that's where Pressure Open Mic used to be before Whiskey Girl.
Yes.
But I'm glad that there's a better, more progressive show going on. No doubt, 100%. I mean, Pressure was fun, but yeah. Things need to change.
You had good vibes there.
Yeah. Pressure wasn't bad.
Didn't Pressure happen at a place called Pressure?
Which is now Whiskey Girl Tavern.
Oh, okay.
Man,
That's
look
why
at
I
this
was confused.
Look at the Chicago, this rich Chicago comedy history. If you listen to this podcast, we'll never make money on this. Absolutely, it feels good.
Even the podcasts that make money aren't making money.
And also, once again, if you're listening to a podcast, you're hearing those voices like, I want to see what they look like. Go get help. Don't ask for video.
Yeah.
No, we all have profiles on the Machine Culture page. You can see pictures that were taken in 2015.
You want your fans to see what you look like, do a live show. Then you see if you have fans that to even matter.
Yeah, that's a good note to leave on. I think.
Yeah.
Should we do our usual sign off then?
Yeah. Let's
Oh wait,
see.
we
Wait,
didn't
did we
do
get everybody?
We didn't do the Buscemi
Oh, how tall is Steve Buscemi?
for Trunchbull or for Danny DeVito.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Well, Danny
We don't
DeVito-
always play that game every
Oh.
time.
Danny
Right.
DeVito would be a fun one because
That's
he's
part of the
famously
stupid game section, but
he's-
it is a good one.
It is a really good one. He's famously short, but also the actor who played Trunchbull does look pretty tall. So before we go, this is a little bonus stupid game you're getting. I'll put the G.
Stupid games.
The first thing I googled was it auto completed to Danny DeVito height.
Oh, good.
People gotta know. Okay, we gotta do it.
Thank you, Wiretap.
4 foot solid.
4 foot. He's not that short. That's like a dwarf.
Wait, we're doing Danny DeVito or
Danny DeVito's
Okay.
height.
We're guessing his height.
Guessing his height.
I want to say 4'9".
Okay, 4'9".
I'll go 4'10".
And you're just going with 4 feet.
I'm going to 4 feet. I'm sticking with it.
This is wild to me. He's an even exact 5 feet 0 inches.
Wow.
Okay.
He's a short king, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, now.
Okay, but is it 5 or is it 4'10"?
Well, that'd be if it's a full foot, it'd be 4'12", wouldn't it?
No, but
because he's a guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's very. I don't think he would lie about his height because once again, he seems very.
he seems honest.
He seems very honest.
It's not like
Okay.
people
So-
can't tell that he's short.
Yeah, that's real. That's real.
Okay, I'm gonna look up Pam Ferris' height real quick, so you all got a vamp before we get out of here.
If he woke up tall tomorrow, I'd be like, I'm never gonna get cast again.
I'm ruined.
I'm beautiful.
Okay, Pam Ferris.
It would be funny to see Danny DeVito do a big of his own.
A reverse Shrek.
I don't know if this is a commentary on society and gender roles, but the first thing that auto completes for Pam Ferris is young, and then for Danny DeVito is height.
Huh.
Oh,
Can we reflect
there's
on that
gotta
together,
be-
team?
Yeah, there's
I-
something there.
I kept thinking, though, for the if they remake this movie, they should get the Trunchbull to be played by David Mitchell. I'm thinking he looked like her the entire
Yeah,
time. I could see
yes,
him with the
but
disgusting teeth and the.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
That's-
what are you up to here, little girl?
Having a bit of a peep show. Okay, the Pam Ferris height is also pretty surprising. How tall do we think Pam Ferris is?
I'm going to say 7 foot even.
I'm gonna
Damn.
go with 5'8".
Yeah, I'm gonna say 5'6".
Right in between Luke and Madeline. Is Madeline?
Madeline, but what cut?
Yeah, Madeline, okay.
Cut.
It's a perfect 5'7".
I'll take it. Price is Right rules.
Okay.
Yeah. So that really funny. Matt. Why didn't I just say Maddie? What the fuck? Okay. Well, listen, this is what the little joys you get if you listen to the very end of the podcast. Now get out of my house. Leave. Should we do the sign off?
Oh, yeah.
We'll do sign off.
Okay, 3, 2,
2,
1.
Thank you,
you,
Tascam.
I like the Taz. It's a simple one.
I've forgotten it every single time. I keep wanting to say, like, it's not Robot
it's
Man
Man Have-
Carfast.
I got really excited.
Is Taskman your sponsor?
Tascam?
No.
Kind of. In a
Yeah,
way,
yeah,
spiritually.
Not into giving us money away. But
Oh, okay.
We had to use a little handheld recorder like you'd see like Dale Cooper using in Twin Peaks for a little bit. That was a Tascam. But it worked pretty decently.
So we had the one mic that we used for a while. We brought that to the live show that we did at G-Fest, and we ended up losing it there.
It's probably me.
So then we had to record on this smaller like pocket recorder that was used for like businessmen or FBI agents. And then that's why we upgraded to this, and we all have our own mics.
I got so excited and overjoyed. Listening to the Wiggles podcast, because yes, I do. It's for parenting advice because they both have young kids, so they get a lot of experts on it. But they talked about the first Wiggles album, and they said that, we had to record it on like a really basic Tascam, and I got so excited. I'm just like the Wiggles. So yeah, bye.
Wait, there's a T-shirt.
I'm just like the Wiggles.
Podzuki, we're just like the Wiggles.
Just us dressed as the Wiggles, but really frighteningly.
all proceeds go directly to the Wiggles.
Yeah, they need it. They're doing pretty good still. Okay, let's start with that.
We regret that you have not yet complied with our order.
This show has been brought to you by Machine Culture.